First of all, we know we're late.
Hi.
We know we're late. We're a week late.
We're
Okay,
a week
everyone.
late.
Yes, we are, but I had a little personal problem that I had to deal with, and it's what happens when you stay old long enough. People pass away, and you're going to have to deal with some issues, and so that kind of happened. So we had to push it off a week. We heard from a couple of listeners saying, "Hey, what's up with, I came on expecting a new episode. Like, what's up with you people?" It's
Remember
like,
last week in Tomball, guys, when the other people said, hey, you guys, it's okay if you guys are late a couple of times. So we have a little balance here.
well, now it's
Yes.
funny. So we come back from being late. Now I feel like, oh, gee, I better say something because they're going to yell at us. Now we have to explain ourselves.
All right, start
Yeah,
explaining,
yeah.
Lucy.
Hey, so
Hey,
happy birthday, Susan. It was your
hi.
birthday
It
on the
was.
Right.
20th.
It
And
is.
so I had talked to Russ on like the 19th, and he was talking about, look at, I'm doing a surprise party. Last surprise party didn't go well. And so he was, you know, he was a little nervous about it, but moving forward, how did it go?
But we were getting these texts from Russ. Now we're getting texts from Susan too, because we're trying to schedule things. Now, Susan, I know it's your
Yes.
birthday, but we got to get a podcast done, et cetera. And Susan just bouncing forth and not trying to get out of stuff, but it is her birthday. But the birthday girl's not going to say, "Hey, leave me alone today." But now on the other side, here's Russ. "Hey, you guys, please don't book anything but dabba 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 dabba." Now we got them both going, and it's like it was a lot of fun. But yeah, how did it go?
Well, it went well. However, it almost got blown by a dear friend, and actually did. But then the original plan never got pulled off. So when I saw quietly that that plan wasn't happening, I figured off the hook, and we were going to go to the lake. Okay, she said something like, "I was going to take you to a restaurant, but it's closed on Tuesday." So I figured the 15 people moment went away with closed on Tuesday. Also,
Yeah.
due to the fact that we are leaving here in a few days, and this is the last week before the 3-month leave, I'm a little cray cray, right? So he's trying to
Yeah.
decide if this is even a good idea
Hmm.
because on my 40th birthday, my best friend and sister in law, you know her well, she gave me a surprise party and I behaved really bad at it
Oh,
because here's what happened. So I had spent the previous 10 years with this boyfriend and best friend, and then they gaslit me and they lied to me, and I became very fragile because I had been lied to so bad. Then I met a whole new group of friends. I got a new husband. I got a new band. Vicky and I are on fire. And so we have a new life, and I'm trusting again. I'm trusting again. I'm going to trust the new husband. I'm going to trust the new friends, and I'm open now. I'm not burned anymore. And then I get brought into a room for a surprise party at the Howlin' Wolf. I was 40, so do the math. And I freaked out because I walked into every single person I know and love and trust now, and realized at that very visceral moment that every one of them successfully lied to me for months. And therefore, I am no better than I ever was. And they all became you know who and you know who. So Vicky had to
Just so
take me
you
out of
know,
the room.
people, Susan's new documentary, Fragile at 40, is going to be coming
Yeah.
out soon.
So anyway, so I behaved bad, and what I noticed, I mean, I apologized, and everybody knows me and knew what happened, and I was so shocked, and all I could think of was, "You people are lying," and I just lost my mind. So anyway, that was
yeah.
26 years ago, right? And I think last year I said to Russ something like, "Geez, I've noticed nobody's ever given me a party. I mean, we go to dinner and we have dinners, but nobody ever gave me a surprise party ever again." And on my 50th, I thought it was going to happen, but instead Russ went to Sweden with Johnny Sansone without me. So it didn't happen.
Yeah,
So,
that's to get back at you for the 40th. Go ahead.
okay, so now, no, he wasn't even involved. I think if Carlo was our drummer, I don't even think it
Yeah,
was.
I know. I know.
But
It's
anyway, so
funny.
here we are. It's 2025, and Susan has had a rough couple of days. Okay. So she's not really even thinking well. She can't even figure out what she left in the other room because she's in a whiteout from the world. So Russ has got a perfect specimen to work with here for
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah.
Because my friend tells me about some dinner of 15. So now I'm kind of prepared. I go, "Hey, babe, are we going anywhere?" Rah, rah, rah. And he goes, "We were, but they're." So I'm like, I'm off that party hook. And in my head, I
Oh,
was. He says, "We're
got
going to go to
ya.
the lake and watch the sunset, me and you, and maybe we'll go get beignets with friends later. I went, oh my God, I can do that. So I'm all
Yeah.
happy and kind of rested and feeling relaxed about it. I am
Yes.
not thinking.
We'll
We
find
are on
peace
our
at the
way there.
lake.
Huh?
We'll find peace at the lake.
At the lake, I felt like it was
Lake.
all over, and I don't mind seeing people I'm expecting at beignets, and I was all, but when my friend told me the possibility, I was like, I get a chance to be a gracious receiver. So, but I have this thing off my head again. So I'm heading to the place where we're going to pick up a barbecuer to take out to the lake. It's a little small 2-people barbecuer. We got some wings. We went to the store. We acted out this whole bologna. And we get to the
surprise.
place.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Is this surprise we're on?
Yep. This
Okay.
is this surprise. This is
This
yesterday,
surprise.
I guess, or
Okay, go
2
ahead.
days ago.
Yes.
So we're going to my sister-in-law's house to get the hibachi. And I say to my husband, hey, can you just go in and get it so we can keep going? Because there was traffic. And I want to see the sunset. And he goes, I'd like to, but Jules wants a birthday hug because they're not coming to beignets.
Oh,
Okay, no problem. I'm coming in. Come on, Julie, let's hug it out. Because I'm not thinking. Okay.
mhm.
So I come to the door and I'm like, hey, baby. And I'm like going like this, trying to get a hug. And she goes, oh, come get this, Russ. And he goes, why? Is it too big? Or I'm like, what do you mean too big? You said it was perfect for our lake. And she's walking in and I'm still kind of following. I'm trying to I go, hey, I need a hug. I'm going to go get in the car is what I say.
Oh, okay.
She goes, oh, come in, Russ, come get this. And Russ goes, well, how heavy is it? And I went, you described it to me in detail. It's this big. It looks like a suitcase. And as we were getting to a door, I really literally went, oh, it's back on.
Okay.
But only then. Oh, I was surprised. I was sick and I almost
Yeah.
threw up. And I had been so stressed, and now I have to act all happy because
Yeah.
it's happening. But I was so stressed out. I was sad I couldn't be as gracious as I wanted. So I kept
Yeah.
asking everybody, how do I look? How do I look?
Hey, Susan, and you must have been when you Jules is getting this thing. You're there, not again. It's off your mind, and you're listening to these 2 people, and you're going, Jesus, one of those is my husband. What the
Yes.
hell are these people
What is
doing?
that? Why can't I just get my hug and get my thing and get out of here?
What's
And
up?
it took
Yeah.
me all the way to the door getting opened. Okay. And then
Wow.
I just felt the feeling. Go ahead, Bob.
No, I'm sorry, but because there's a complex history of surprise parties.
Yeah.
So what you're saying? This is your 3rd attempt at this at a surprise party. 3rd, right? This one
No,
yesterday.
well, look, we had the one when I was 40. It never
Yeah.
happened again. And then Russ was starting. It's the only one after the failed attempt. And I did well because I realized it was happening. He was giving me a surprise,
Sitting
but
here-
only at that
You're sitting
second.
here, but you're telling us you were less than gracious.
No, that was well
Oh.
because whoa. So when the friend kind of hipped me to the restaurant moment, I was all ready to come in and act super gracious because I knew, but then it got canceled. Now I'm just real
Right.
Susan who's so exhausted and wishes it wasn't her birthday and just wishes she was already on the bus because I can't handle it anymore. I got to be her again while I'm driving to the lake. It's just me and Ro. We're good.
My
So he's
goodness,
baby,
I'm
it's gonna be so
exhausted. I'm
relaxing.
exhausted.
This
I'm
poor
exhausted.
man.
Most people now, they go to the computer, they sit down, they find the happy birthday thing that blows the candles up, and they email it to their friend.
No, Russ
Yeah.
was
This is
Sydney
amazing.
solid. And go ahead, Paul. It was beautiful, you guys. I had the
And
best
Yeah.
where was it at?
at Jules, the sister-in-law's house.
Okay.
But see, I wasn't firing, not at all.
Right.
I was
And were all the
done.
people there
Yeah.
when you went?
Behind
They
that
were all
door that
hiding.
opened.
Oh my
No,
God!
they're
And so
all out
then
at
when
the pool. They have a beautiful pool. It was great.
yeah, okay, and so you were going to go out the door, but then you realized no, it's here.
No, we're going out the door to get this suitcase of a charcoaler. We're still
Right.
on the mission. But
Okay.
all of a sudden, when Russ was asking about it, I'm like, why is he asking? And I just all of a sudden, your brain eventually, I'm feeling the heat,
Right,
the
right.
energy of the people
Yes,
behind the
yes.
door at this point. But
Yeah.
until
The
that
body
second,
heat.
yeah, but until that second, I just couldn't understand why I had to walk all the way through Julie's house to get this freaking thing.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
hilarious, and it worked like a charm because I
That's
was
amazing.
I was at, and then I was like, and now I have to get all that stress away again and do my thing of being all gracious. George Porter was there, guys. Look, it was hilarious. It was just my core people, and that's only 10 people. Susie,
Right.
Mary, Jansen, Robbie,
Yes.
all the regulars.
You
the
knew everybody's
family.
name.
the family, and then maybe Sue Ford, and then Shelly Sanchez,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then my band, who were standing there looking real awkward and weird, who all had gigs, thank God, because I'm like,
Oh.
I want you guys out of here stat, because they're just so awkward standing around at the pool in their night clothes. And
Yes.
then walks through the door George, and then that's it. So George Porter Jr. is in my sister-in-law's backyard with all my family.
Are you playing games and having cake and
We have
opening
swimming.
gifts?
We have swimming. We have baby chicks. We have people being hippies in the backyard, in the cottage in the back. We have like swim toys. Oh, and then I have my brother-in-law. It's not really my brother-in-law because Jules was never really our sister-in-law because she didn't marry Kent. But we got a new Kent, and he's amazing. He's Jeff. He's like Owen Wilson from the Fockers. He can do anything, but he's not like that about it. He's just gifted.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
Jeff was cooking fish, chicken. He was just like cooking all this, and George ribs, and Porter's like, man, I came for the food, because he stayed and ate 3 plates full before his gig.
Oh,
He's
man.
chowing before their gigs. Y'all, it was great because I was surprised. Why it was great is because I was surprised, and then I got to be sweet about it. And then Susie and Mary came later, and I was over all of everything. So I was like totally like, hi, y'all, like super happy to see them. And
yeah.
Like, we didn't quite get that howdy.
yeah.
That's my story.
This was
Crazy.
your 65th or 66th. I honestly
feels
can't.
like my 67th after all of that, but it's just 66.
66?
Yeah.
So you're just ahead of me because I'm going to be 76.
Me and you and Jackson, we do everything in the tens. He's October, you're August, I'm May, and we go together every time.
Yeah.
The 3 of us every year. He's with Bob, so Bob is August and he's October. So I get to 66, and then you guys come, and then I get to 67, and then you guys come.
I got you.
You're older by 10, but I'm always hitting that next number just before.
Yes, that's like me and Shane.
Okay. And Jackson, he knows it. He knows he's in the Bob, he knows exactly how this goes.
Got you.
It's hilarious. So that's it, guys, on birthday.
Well, thank you. Sounded like you had a pretty good birthday.
It was great. It really
pretty good one. That's
was really great. And then we did go for donuts after. Beignets. I say donuts for the general people, but we went for beignets.
The Fragile at 40 one was a great story.
Thank you. Oh, it was epic, you guys.
That
you
was
should have seen the look.
That was memorable.
I wasn't kidding. I was Howard Stern upset. Remember her? The chick on Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Well, that was me. Like, rolling it up for the friends who flew from North Carolina.
Oh my God.
Susan Cowsills, this is your life.
Yeah, and boy, we wish they hadn't been in it that year, but I did good. Everybody said I was awesome. And so may I continue? Because may I talk about what's coming up in case there's local people watching? We need bodies in a room at Tipitina's on the 25th. It's called The Love of Aegis, and it is a tribute of Tom Petty music for our dear friend Scott Aegis, who came down with glioblastoma. He needs a lot of money and a lot of prayers and a lot of love. So we're going to try and raise some money, make him some music, because Petty is his favorite. And that's also happening. And I'm telling you this only because—
What's the date? What's the date?
The 25th.
The 25th. So that's a Sunday.
That's correct. And because of this, guys, here's a little bit. I think the Casties will love this. Brother John and Sister Vic flew in 2 hours ago, and they are freshly at my house because this gentleman, he was the manager of the Continental Drifters. And so Vicky, of course, wanted to come in to contribute, and she and JP had a moment. John's busy schedule allowed him to attend with her. So they're going to sing with us, and it's going to be really nice. We're going to a sound check. A rehearsal for that directly after this. And then on the 24th, if you're in town, there's a Bob Dylan tribute before I leave town.
Saturday. So it's Tom Petty, all Tom Petty songs?
All Tom Petty, and the band is rocking. I went
push you around some.
Oh, you wish you were here. Hey, I get to sing that somewhere, someday, somebody, somehow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You get to stop dragging my heart.
I do. I'm dragging it with Aaron, and I've got my nebulizer, which is saving my life. And John says to me, you guys, he sits down and he goes, what's the nebulizer? I had to get steroids and cancel 2 gigs. I went, come on board, little brother. You're going to love it.
Run
Good.
away.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened. So John and
Yeah,
Vic are here for all you Casties loving people of loving the family and the music and everything. It's all going on
it
at
sounds
this
like
house.
there's it sounds like a lot's going on even for me just before we're gonna have to go
What do you got? Share,
back to
guys.
the
What are y'all doing?
Foreign Legion, as I call it. That's
It's
it's an
so
old
great.
phrase. Join the Foreign
The
Legion.
French Foreign Legion. We got little hats.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Three
for
month
sure.
our 3 months journey in Melbourne starts a week from, and I don't even want to fill in the day because you could just say it's that close. It's amazing. You
The
start
It
Wednesday,
28th,
is.
the 29th. I can say it. I have to say it. I
The
have to
days are
say
getting
it.
sucked
28th.
away.
It's travel day, the 28th to Melbourne, Australia. We wish. No,
What?
Florida, Florida.
That would be freaking awesome, dude.
It's going to
I'd
be
have a
great.
whole different exhausted look on my face, but I'd
The
be
great
really
Oh
up for
yeah.
that.
the first days are very, very fun, folks out there.
Yeah,
Just so
I'm
you know,
excited.
it is the reuniting of a family, okay,
Yep.
that have been
Yep.
apart for a while, and it is an annual reuniting. So there is that good to see you again,
Camp
early
camaraderie.
early pump to the tour that just gets you right away. And then you
Yeah,
settle into the rhythm and everything takes off. But it is fun at first just to see people you haven't really seen and
for
it's a
sure. We haven't
family.
seen Puckett for a while, so it's going to be
Yeah,
exciting
that's
to see
and
Gare.
then the tour itself is fun, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
nothing that's no.
uh,
Good
that we're
Lord.
able to do it at our
Getting to
age
it
and
is
we're
a little
still
rough.
able to go out on a tour
Yeah,
as
getting to
big
it's
as
a little
this.
hard, but out there is wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Um, so for sure.
for
And
sure.
heck, while we're mentioning stuff, let's let everybody know, anybody who lives close to Arlington,
In
Arlington,
Texas. Happy
yeah, Arlington, Texas.
I'd
Anybody
say
living
that for
close
sure.
on September 10th, we're going to be playing there. Where are we playing, Bob?
Come on, Bob, tell them what they've won.
right here, and I am Mr. Ready for this news. We are at the Arlington Music Hall on Center Street.
Oh,
What
Okay.
a great place for us to be playing
Yeah.
some music. I'm
Now
just
it's
saying.
a Wednesday,
It's
September
incredible.
10th. So I guess that's a Wednesday. So that's middle of the week. We're the hump show. We can be the hump
May
show.
I point out that most of the people coming to see us don't got nothing to do on Wednesday. They can
man,
come
that's why we can book a show on Monday, Tuesday, and
and they
Wednesday.
can all come
They will.
And it is
and
our
they
trio
will.
show. We have
Oh, it
been
is our trio.
successfully we have been successfully touring with our trio show,
And we
folks. So
like it.
it's just Susan. We have two guitars and three voices, and it's just the three of us. And you hear, we do a lot of the same songs. People think, well, what
We
do you do
do.
different? I said, well, we just do a lot of the same songs, but you get to hear them differently. You hear them vocally. You hear
Yes.
them the melody of the
Yes.
song and how it sounds
Absolutely.
naked before you took it into the studio and got it all dressed up. And that's
Yep.
the
Yep.
challenge. Yeah, that
That
our
is.
challenge as the artist in the trio show is that
Yes.
to perform songs to show you that look, here they are with nothing on
It's
them.
how they came to us, and
And
we had to
Yeah.
reimagine them. And for me,
yeah,
I really enjoyed it, you guys, because it's forcing me to be a stronger rhythm player just to back up
Oh,
Bob. I mean, we gotta give you something, and we have to have
right.
something to sing to.
Right.
during the
But it
show,
also,
go ahead, Paul.
oh, I was just going to say, it also kind of reconfirms because when you're inside the band, you're just hoping you're doing your best and it's coming across, and the other cats are doing their best and it's coming across, but you really can't hear them, even though we put each other in our monitors and whatnot. Man, when the band is happening, you're looking and thinking and listening to a whole bunch of different
Totally
stuff than
different
the other
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
And we're good enough and professional enough to where it always works. But man, when you do the trio, you're literally, singing with the other two, and it's more apparent when you're inside of it, and it's
Yeah,
like,
for
oh, this
sure.
is awesome.
And I notice, and we notice, is as we're singing. I mean, Polly and I are a lot of backgrounds for poor Bob, who is the
Yeah.
main singer a lot of the time. And him and I are looking at each other because we're riding this thing a whole different way, in a way, where it's like ice
We all
skating
take
almost.
turns as the background, like when Paul's singing lead, or each of us sing lead, then the other two
Are the
I've
background
noticed are very busy, and it's not by
very
design.
busy?
It's just the way it is. So it
It
sounds
is.
kind of pretty large for just what you're looking at, and
Guys,
like
I was
Yeah.
on Facebook and I'm going along, scroll, 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 and we pop up all the time. Okay. And so I always pop it, hit it. And it was Bob with an acoustic, and I could see it was Paul. I could see it was Tomball. but I didn't believe it because what I heard just sounded too big to have been Tomball, but it was. And I'm here
Yeah.
to tell you,
Yeah.
it just, I don't know why. And the Josh is great, okay, because it
Mhm.
sounded rich and gorgeous. And I literally had to rewind it and go, is this Tomball? And it wasn't. It was great. So
Because and the other thing is, so you're
I thought it
playing a
was
song like Paul says, when you're with the full band with the big sound, you're focused on your part. Okay, you really are too. Because
for
if
sure.
your part's correct, you have faith that everyone else is. Okay, and that's how you roll. Now, when we do the trio, I'll take Bus Stop as an example. We do Bus Stop, and there's a bridge in Bus Stop with these three harmonies. And it's not like you hear them ever when you're doing it with the band, but in
Right.
Tomball, for instance, I remember that one in particular. I go, those are three really good harmonies. Listen to how
Yeah,
those
we
things
kill
wind
them.
around. Because I don't
Yeah.
usually hear Paul and Susan so clear in terms of in the context of what I'm doing. You
Sure,
do,
Right.
absolutely.
but
Right.
you're focused on you. It's an
And the
interesting
other thing
thing.
is when we're doing like the old songs, Hair and Indian Lake and these things, when we're doing them, we're like you said, Bob, we're just doing what we know. We're doing our part and we're trying to nail it best we can. And it's funny because, we wiggle our voices in the same spots. We do weird things in the same spot. And I really hear them when we're trioing it. I go, wow. So, because I always wondered about a part. I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if I'm supposed to do that or hold it. And then I would
Yeah.
do it and hear Susan go, blah, blah. And I went, oh, okay. It's crazy.
It's
It's really
almost
crazy.
like AI.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you
But
listen back to some of it, because you really don't hear yourself, guys, during the show,
Yeah,
that
you
show
don't.
goes by, you did your work and it's over. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But when you listen back, even listening back to the trio show, I just I marvel at some of it, because it exposes some of the
Yes,
intricacy that gets hidden
yes.
during a big live, big sound
100%,
show.
man. I think it's
And
cool. I mean,
and you need that goodness
I
there. Yeah.
enjoy when that happens. When
Yes.
we were on that cruise and the yard who was it? And those guys had to do that acoustic and it was phenomenal. And it was something you never would have had.
And
Yeah.
it
Is
presents it in a
anybody
whole
pl
Good.
is anybody playing with us in Arlington? Are we opening
no,
up for anybody? It's just us.
it's just the
It's just
Cowsills
chicken.
trio show. It's a 75-minute show.
Oh,
I don't know what time it starts. Let me see. Usually that shows up on these things. 7:30 showtime, baby.
I
So
love
there
it.
you go.
perfect.
And
And
we
so
do
what do you
have
Okay.
a
guys,
meet
where
and
are
greet
you in your
after everybody. We always do that. That's not going to not happen.
Where
Yeah,
are
it's
you
going to be
guys
pretty.
in your preparation to leave? I'd like to know where we are. Who's got
Oh,
what? I have all my show clothes. For instance, I'll give an
well, I
example.
have two. Oh,
I
that's
have all
cool.
my show clothes packed. I did that before John and Vic got here,
Oh,
so I could just get one thing
You
made.
pack early,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to pack early. I do have to mention one other thing is that that's September 10th at Arlington, Texas, but September 3rd, we're on the boardwalk at Atlantic City for that Labor Day close of summer kind of event
Oh
there. So
yeah,
look for us there on September 3rd. And
that is
that's the only,
correct.
other than Friday Harbor, uh, that September 3rd is the only band gig in the autumn, because the trio show seems to be getting popular, which is cool. We love doing them both.
Yeah, we
Um,
do. We love
there's
it.
a lot of cool fun, a lot of cool
We
fun.
love.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
summer. I
So
know.
okay,
I think
um,
last year we brought three out. I brought three, right? Didn't I make three work? I don't know.
three outfits is what you
I
were
think
down
so.
to.
I rotated three
Yeah,
through the whole summer.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are amazing.
I'll do the same thing. I did order
Oh,
new pants, so I don't have to worry about my pants. They degrade over time, especially the black ones when you wash them and dry them and wash them and dry them, wash them and dry them.
most
They,
clothes does.
yeah.
And yeah.
And it's funny, and they're at a point where now I go, it's just too much. And I'm at the point where people pay $120 for a pair of these jeans that I don't want to wear.
Oh, they definitely do. I
Because they look old and dyed and
right.
crazy.
So
But yeah.
let's keeping along with some good business. So we do have a podcast. You're listening to it.
Oh,
Oh,
we're being business about our
Hey, come
podcast. I
on.
love
Listen,
this.
you guys think about it. This is episode 178. It's over 3 years of this stuff.
yeah,
It's kind of
Are you
mind-boggling.
serious?
And
it
we have
is.
our radio show, Cowsill Chronicles. We still have bigger plans for the radio show. And we'll have
Expansive plans,
Mike on
plans that
again
will
and
go
get an update
wide.
maybe. Still waiting to hear from Sirius XM. All right. It's taken a while. Big things
You
tend to take
know,
a long
because
time.
they really want to think this over because they think this
I've
could be the
noticed two
best thing
things.
that ever.
The criminal system and trying to get a show anywhere on a big outfit. These are time-consuming issues, okay? The wheels of justice move slow, and the wheels of the decision makers in Hollywood move even slower, I think.
Imagine that, guys.
Yes,
Just
And
imagine
so,
that.
but we're
it
gonna get it. We're
does.
gonna
It does.
get it
And
going,
the
and it's still
seasons, they go
97.9.
round and
And we also haven't gone, we still are in, we have never had a week where Rhythm of the World had all zeros in the CD, the tape.
that.
It was a pretty good week actually this past week, but it yet to get a zero. I
But
mean,
the week
no, there's
before that
been
was even better.
zeros,
Yeah.
but
Still
never all
selling,
zeros.
still selling.
So it's cool. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna break 3,000.
We're gonna
Okay,
break it,
so
and that's a
Yeah.
big record. And we
hello.
might be giving awards for if you happen to be the one purchaser that kept it alive that week. We might come up with something
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
you, find out who
It's
you
called the
were,
Life
maybe
Support Award.
a life
it's
support award.
crazy.
A life support award. Oh, but we got to tell you, Cocaine Drain is coming out September 8th. We're looking at covers now. Okay, we're gonna make some decisions and all that
Yep,
business about it.
yep.
So we got that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, Johnny
And
boy,
I
we have
like
a
the
special
drain.
guest.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey, John.
hey,
What are you
John,
guys doing
John.
here?
Hey, wait a minute. John, you look like the lady in 101 Dalmatians. What's
yes,
her
he
name?
knows.
Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille.
Hey,
Cruella.
no, but
Yeah,
what he did,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you weren't looking when he first came into his square. His head was down, and he looked like the
Yeah.
shaggy dog out of
Yeah.
that Disney movie.
Oh, got ya.
I said, "What's that?"
Fred McMurray.
Yeah, Tommy Kirk. Tommy Kirk. All right, now we're
Who's our
closing it down.
guest?
John, you can say goodbye with us if you want.
No, we're saying
Yeah, we will.
goodbye.
But hey, I just wanted to say one thing. Whoa,
Did I
whoa,
miss the
whoa.
guest?
No, yeah, you missed everything. But I wanted to tell you, I saw you and Vicky and somebody else. I don't know where it was, but God, John, you guys did hair. And I'm telling you, man, it was brilliant.
I haven't seen it.
Excellent.
Just like you
It was
guys.
great. It was
It would sound the
great.
same, frankly, guys.
We all sound the same.
I know, but it was
I
great
want
to
John
hear
Aw,
it.
thank you,
Hey,
Polly.
can John
Great
say
to
my
hear it.
goodbye for me? Can I leave and have John
It's
say my
hair vocal
goodbye?
No, no, no,
DNA.
no, no.
Oh.
No, we're all going to
No,
leave
we're
right
all
now
saying
because I
goodbye.
have a party to
This is
go to.
business.
I'm here.
Paul's getting it. This is gonna be a short episode, people. Don't yell at us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 2 carrot cakes in the oven.
Why? Oh, well, tell us about.
Polly, you
It's-
make the best carrot cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
know
2
that.
going.
Wait, when's the last
hey,
time
It's
you
Becky's
made it?
birthday. It's Becky's birthday.
Okay, and bread pudding. You
Yes.
made the best bread pudding
Yes, that
too.
was the Vincent Price bread
Yes.
pudding, by the way, guys.
Man.
That was it. That was the one with a lot of butter and a lot of
Oh my God,
bran.
the cinnamon dripping down
Yeah.
it. Ooh.
So what's the
Everybody-
occasion, Paul? Is this the you're going away?
Becky's birthday.
Becky's birthday. And
Yeah.
when's the
Yeah.
last time you made a carrot cake?
Christmas.
Jeez.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Someone
you
can
still
answer
made 'em.
Exactly.
All right,
Crazy.
everybody.
All right,
All
guys.
right.
Thank you for your patience with us. We're gonna get next week. We're gonna have a member of the King family. Do your deep
Yeah,
dive
member
on
of
the King family.
I am
Okay.
Don King.
John King.
We're gonna have if somebody wrote a book on the King family from the family. We'll talk all about them.
Wait, guys, wait.
All right.
Maybe we could have John on and he could be Alvino Ray.
Yes, he wrote a book.
I'll bring my Hawaiian guitar, and then I'll be Tina Cole.
Hello.
Yeah.
John just has to. If John can outlive us all,
Hey.
he can write the book and say what he wants. It'll be great.
Hey, John, I remember when I remember when Ho was just Don's last name.
Oh, that's Del Ramos' number one joke.
Don Ho, yo.
I remember
It's
when
a blank
Oh,
book.
God.
Right,
Oh,
just
yo.
Don's last name.
That's Ho's rapping name, Paul.
Who's
Oh.
who's that?
Ho.
That's what Savannah's dad says when
All
he
right.
answers the phone.
John,
Yo.
just remember,
Yo.
somebody must have tuned you down, son.
All right, boys. Hey, I
All right,
guess
give me
I'll
Tom
see you
Petty.
guys.
Love you guys. See you later. Talk next week. We won't be
Bye.
late.
Hey, you guys have a great tour on Happy Together.
Yeah.
John,
Love
come on
you.
next week with us. You can say goodbye to us.